I think it's safe to say that everybody here loves video games, right? And you have so many kinds of video games too. You have first-person shooters, platformers, third-person sandbox games, and much, much more. Strategy games, which I do not have the patience for. But what happens when you take a character that originates from a 3D platformer and throw him into the world of a first-person shooter? That was Magic Nipple's question when he threw Spyro the Dragon, a small purple boy, into the Black Mesa research facility. You know, a cold and dreadful place. Well, we all knew what happened because Half-Life Year of the Dragon released several demos over the years of its development, and all of them were pretty impressive and loved by those who played them. But a recent media update suggests that the future of this project may not be as bright as we all hoped it would be. Progress Update 7, the end for now? What does that mean? Is this project being abandoned? Will we ever see Spyro defeat the Nihilants? Will Spyro ever be recruited by the G-Man to become Gordon's pet? Are Magic Nipples really magic? Did I really just write that down into the script? Well, one of those things is definitely going to get an answer in this media update, so let's have a look. Leave it to us to be a month late, right?
LambdaGeneration.
Magic Nipple starts off the media update by telling the readers that the brand new Office Complex demo is out now and can be downloaded and played by all. This demo was released over a year ago though, like I mentioned before. He just hasn't mentioned it in a ModDB article yet until now. If you want my full thoughts on this new demo, I made a video all about it that you can check out by clicking the card at the top right of the screen. It's pretty good. My video is even featured in this media article. Aww. Magic goes on to thank everybody who made videos about this new and polished up demo and who streamed it live. Oh, and if you haven't played this demo yet, I highly recommend it. It's free, and you get to play as a purple dragon. Who wouldn't want that? You're just kind of lame if you don't, TBH. Before getting to the bad news, Magic Nipples does talk about some of the new additions made to the project. He has already started work on the next chapter that would come in this mod, Uplink. We got some screenshots from the Uplink chapter in this media update as well, looking pretty good. I assume this particle effect is water? Aside from working on the Uplink chapter for Year of the Dragon, Magic has also been working on reconfiguring the hazard course to introduce players who are not familiar with how Spyro the Dragon plays to this new style of play. I don't think there is a huge overlap between both the Half-Life fanbase and the Spyro fanbase, so this is probably a really good idea to introduce. A screenshot is shared showing the starting area of the new hazard course. The previous chapter does not remain untouched through all of this though. Magic has added a new baked ambient occlusion effect to the maps in Office Complex to make the lighting feel a little bit more realistic and less flat. It really brings out these environments more. And a new boss fight has been introduced as well, and it's an old friend, Mr. Friendly. Oh, good. Our favorite Ted Backman creation can now be smashed to pulp by Spyro the Dragon. In two videos shared here, we can see how he's introduced and how his AI will work. Pretty neat. I like how he just smashes the doors open like that. Lastly, for the new stuff, power-ups were being worked on. In an image shared here, Magic shows off the Ice Breath power-up, giving Spyro some nice icy effects all over his body, while of course also providing him with an ice-cold minty breath to frostbite his enemies into oblivion. So, yeah, overall some pretty good new stuff, right? Well, yeah. However, all of this work will probably not see the light of day for a good while, and here's why. In the last half-ish of the media update, Magic Nipples explains his reasoning for stepping away from Half-Life Year of the Dragon for now. The main reason being his interest in the project fading away over the almost 5 years it has been in development for. Damn, has it been 5 fucking years already? He also cites the lack of interest in the community beyond the retooled maps to be a reason for his waning interest. Some people in the community seeing this project as not much more than a gimmick. He didn't even campaign for the ModDB Mod of the Year Awards 2022 despite releasing a full demo. While his interest in Year of the Dragon has been declining, he has been working on other projects though, namely a few experiments he's been doing in the Zash 3D engine. He made this Doom-style FPS, another FPS with N64-style graphics, a Wolfenstein-inspired FPS, and even a Mario FX prototype kind of thingy. In case you don't know what that is, it was rumored that Nintendo was actually planning on making a 3D-style Mario game before Super Mario 64 using the Super FX chip for the Super Nintendo, codenamed Mario FX. This Super FX chip has also went on to power games like Star Fox. However, this Mario FX game has yet to be proven to actually exist. What Magic Nipple shows here is somewhat what it could look like. An idea that has been manifesting in Magic Nipple's head though is to work on another, more original platformer instead. Currently codenamed That Damn Fox, stars a fox character that got themselves into quite a pickle, being a cute mascot character stuck in a dark and gritty world. This idea existed for a while already as a fallback for when Magic would get a cease and desist from either Activision or Valve. This never came though. This new Fox game will draw inspiration from Ratchet & Clank and Jak and Dexter's moveset while retaining some of Spyro's. I'm a huge Ratchet & Clank fan, so that gets me pretty excited. It gets more into Ratchet & Clank territory by introducing gunplay and platforming as the two main gameplay pillars for this game, and all of it will presumably be running on Zash 3D. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. At some point, Magic Nipples wants to release a prototype for this project to see if people will like this concept and if it will all work well. We're still pretty far off from that though, I bet. These things, they take time. There are already 2 videos attached to this media update showing the idle animations for this fox and a running animation. Looks pretty good so far, and there's lots more stuff to discover about this project over on Magic Nipples' Twitter, so go check that out. When the time comes, Magic Nipples will consider making an IndieDB page for That Damn Fox to post updates on there. I'm looking forward to that. Now, with this brand new project on the horizon, it doesn't mean that Magic Nipples won't ever finish Year of the Dragon. He expresses in this media update that he'd like to return to it someday and finish it up, but for now, he thinks that it's best to let this sleeping dragon rest.